my name is Sudabe and I am a digital illustrator. For this tutorial, I am showing you how to draw a vector polar bear in a very easy way. This is the final result, but let's see how I got here. As usual, I am adding my sketch to a fresh canvas and aligning it a bit. I then create a new layer and move it under the sketch layer, which I've already made more transparent. This is how I always start my illustrations. I then begin drawing the background with the pen tool. I'm creating these curved shapes. They frame my polar bear and bring more dimension to my illustration at the same time. I changed the color of my second shape to green, and my advice to you is to have your color palette ready beforehand. There's a video in the description below that teaches you how to do just that. From here, I create circular shapes for the ground with the shape tool. But I'm also adding more fun with colorful ovals in the background. It helps with the composition and it has honestly become one of my trademarks. A simple way to stand out as an artist. The polar bear shape is next. I'm creating the contour with the pen tool. And adjusting my path with the node tool. I added another click element to the background which I placed behind the bear's shape. But then I focused on finishing the bear's details, like the triangular shapes that define each leg individually, and the shadow on its neck. Then I pick up the brush tool to draw this simple wavy shape that helps distinguish the neck from the body. And I also created the ear. Moving on to the detail in the face, I changed my pen tool setting from stroke to fill and made a droplet shape for the eye. And then I drew the nose and the mouth with the pen tool as well. The trick to the pen tool is to practice and to know your gesture and shortcuts. For example, if you tap again on the last node you created, you turn your node into a disconnected type which allows you to create a deeper curve. I use it a lot. I then create the elements of the foreground, which are these rocks at the bottom. It's a trick that helps give depth to the illustration. Plus, now you don't need to think about adding any details to the paws. Win-win. Next, I am going to add a shadow, which I create by duplicating the bear path, moving it slightly to the left, and then applying subtract. It creates this remaining shadow shape, which I color in with a darker gray. Time to add more details to the background with the pen tool, like this curved shape, which can be a mountain or a hill in the distance. I then draw a few leaves and botanical elements with the brush tool. Since it's a freehand tool, whenever you touch the canvas, the vector path will follow, so it's very easy to do this. Finally, I am creating more circles with the shape tool at low opacity, and I sort of group them together and place them around the canvas. I do this freehand and duplicate them whenever I feel like they look good. Try to be spontaneous here and trust your process. And this is the final result. I hope you were able to follow along. Be sure to share your bear illustration with us on social media. Like, comment, and subscribe to the Vectornator channel to learn more. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye!